Hello everyone, hello friends, hello loves. So weird for me to be online at this time at night, 7:22 p.m. But I'm just wrapping up my day and I wanted to jump on and share a little bit of a story that I have been experiencing over the last 2 years. The story of my business basically over the last 2 years. So when you come on, say hi, let me know where you're from, and feel free to chime in and let me know if you've experienced anything similar to this. So in January 2021, I went to see a naturopath. I was fatigued, tired beyond belief, really emotional, and I couldn't really think straight. The brain fog was real. And I had a set of tests done, and the results were clear that I had some serious issues with my adrenals and my kidneys, and that I was moving towards adrenal fatigue. Now, this is not a new thing for me. I experienced chronic fatigue when I was younger. I was a performer, a dancer, and had experienced all sorts of fatigue. So I wasn't... This wasn't new to me, but I was older. 2 years ago, I was older than when I was when I first had chronic fatigue. And I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I decided to make a change. Now, I run my own business. For those of you who don't know, I run a holistic healthcare business. So the irony that I had developed chronic fatigue or adrenal fatigue, the shame was real. And I had developed this business of teaching people how to be healthy with not necessarily doing that for myself. I was making good coin. I was running a successful business, but my nervous system was shot. I was just not in a good place. And I kind of felt like I was on the brink of a breakdown. In January last year, I decided to make some major changes. I put myself first. I put my health first. I prioritized my nervous system. And there are a few other things that I had to do along the way. And I recently had another set of tests done. And I can very gladly and happily say that all of that hard work had paid off, because my test results came back and my cortisol levels are the best that they have ever been. And I had these test results read to me on Friday last week. And I've been sitting with this idea of what have I done in the last 2 years to help me from stressed out, burnt out, fatigued, sick and tired of being sick and tired, to feeling the best that I have ever felt in my life. No jokes. I am sleeping well. I am so in love with my business, and it is just blooming in ways that I just never thought was possible. Opportunities just come to me. I am so grateful that I am surrounded by people who are supportive, and the universe just keeps on sending beautiful opportunities my way and beautiful clients to work with. Honestly, I feel like the luckiest. But all of this is not by chance. This isn't just happened because I hustled my way to making this happen. This has all happened because I had to get really clear on what I wanted, but not only the goal of what I wanted, but how I wanted to achieve it. How did I want to feel along the way to achieving the goal? And then one step further was like, how do I want to show up in my life? Who do I want to be? Not only for myself, but for my friends and my family. One of the biggest things that I noticed when I was building my business was that I was just always unavailable, always busy, always working. And I really had to break the chains of using work and this idea of achieving success, to break the chains of that and sink into a much softer, more strategic way of building my business. So this has taken a little while. There's been a lot of deconditioning, destructing, yes, and becoming super clear about how I wanted to live, and then not just thinking about how I want to live, but embodying the practices and living it. So actually closing the laptop and not working through weekends, finding my joy again, finding projects that I really loved doing that took me away from my work. And what happened during that time is I became more in love with my business and more in love with my clients. And I seemed to attract more clients and more business that way. And I've heard about this many times. I've experienced it when it comes to love, the art of manifestation when it comes to love or attracting a partner. And I've experienced it in many other ways before, but not necessarily in my business. And I've been reflecting on this over the last weekend, and I wanted to share that with you, that if you're going through a rough patch, if you feel like there's just no way out. I speak to clients all the time. They feel exhausted and tired and not really sure which path to take. They don't really know what to do next. They feel, like they're on this trajectory and they just can't get off the hamster wheel. And the work that I do with them is really about slowing down. And I heard someone the other day say something about, you can't really say slow down because you've got an established business. And it's easy for you to say slow down and don't hustle. Hey, Nick, because you already have an established business. And I understand where that comment comes from, but also there's this tendency to not slow down because I have an established business, for the fear of letting the business slip through my fingers. So there's been a lot of trust, surrender that's gone into this, but also very, very importantly, some energy medicine techniques, practices, tools, protocols that I have devoted my time to. I have made them a priority so that my nervous system can regulate, so that I can find myself in a place where I'm creative and expansive and happy and joyful and spontaneous. Did I say spontaneous? And gosh, life is just so much easier and free-flowing. And I've been wanting to jump on and talk about this process for a while, but I've had this idea in the back of my mind that if I say it out loud, it's going to stop. Like this feeling that I'm going to jinx the outcomes that I've achieved. But since I have received my test results back and my body is working really well, there are still a couple of tweaks that I need to make, but they're easy fixes. Since I received those test results, I feel so much more at peace and relaxed and confident in sharing how these techniques, these protocols, these rituals have taken me from a blubbering hot mess to my old self, to feeling like my old self, the person that I was before I ran a business, before the stress of either climbing the corporate ladder or running a business. Yeah, that childlike feeling of just being so in love with life. I want to open up a conversation about this. If you're going through this feeling of constriction and don't really know what to do or how to get out of the hamster wheel, reach out to me. Let me point you in some, in the direction of some free resources or some things that I've done that's really helped. I had this idea over the weekend that I'm going to open up a 6-month coaching container for a really small group of people who want to come in and learn the energetics of business, and your energetics in your business. So not only yours alone, not only your business alone, but the alchemy that happens when you and your business come together. Because this has been a really big part of my healing journey, is getting very clear on how my business runs energetically, how I run energetically, and how the two of us together create such an expansive experience for those who are in my world. So I'll be opening up that coaching container in the next coming days. I will write something up and have that available for us to start. I'm thinking of starting it in December. I know that's like crazy thoughts, doing it in December, but this is my thought process with it, is that we're going to have to slow down to speed up. And so December and January are perfect months to slow down, to gather our energy, to become really clear of what we're looking to cultivate in 2023, and set some really beautiful, nourishing nervous system reset protocols in place. That doesn't mean you have to give anything up over the holidays. In fact, I'm going to encourage you to do more relaxing, more chilling, more of the things that you really love, so that when we come back in February, we will start fresh for 4 months of action taking and creating and cultivating businesses that are in alignment with each individual's energetic frequency. And the grouping will be rather small. I'm not going to have a big container, just simply because I want to make sure that I'm going to support each one individually. And at this stage, we're going to be meeting 3 times a month. So just some food for thought. If you have been struggling with feeling like you just can't keep up, this feeling of burnout, this feeling of being really stressed, and you haven't been able to work with me one-on-one, then this group coaching container might just be for you. It's going to be more affordable than working one-on-one with me. You're going to have hot seat coaching live. And I'm just really pumped to share every single thing that I've done along my 2-year journey to healing my nervous system. It's just been so good. I'm so grateful. So yeah, I'll pop a couple of notes in the comment section here about some other things that I've been doing to support my nervous system. And if you've got any questions at all, yeah, reach out, let me know. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this video. I cannot wait to see you over the coming week, when I'll be sharing a little bit more about this container. And in the meantime, if you've got any questions, concerns, queries, musings, send them across to me in my DMs. Or you can check out my website, ariana.com.au. Mwah. Thanks so much. Bye for now.